What up? It's your boy 89. I'm back with another episode of the 89 cast, and I always forget what episode I'm on. I think this 26 though. And ain't gonna do no review. What I'm gonna do is talk about some hip hop news. You know what I'm saying? Some things that I've seen over the past week that I just want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start it off talking about vandalism. Now, some of y'all might have seen this, but a few days ago, it was reported that somebody went to Pop Smoke's gravesite and vandalized it. I don't know the details 100% of what they did, but it just said that they vandalized his gravesite, which is just messed up. TMZ revealed that the gravesite was covered with discernible scrape marks, which led to the belief that the vandals actually attempted to drag the casket out of the side of the crypt. Yeah, I remember reading that. I can infer that somebody did this to get on somebody else's nerve. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they did it to disrespect Pop Smoke, because Pop Smoke been gone for, a year, almost 2 years. So, like, what kept Pop Smoke have done recently to make you want to do that to his gravesite? But I know he still has partners that's still alive. He got partners that's still rapping and doing what they doing. So I'm sure, just as a form of disrespect towards whoever it is, that they decided, okay, you want to mess with me? Okay, I'm going to go mess with Pop Smoke gravesite, which is wrong and evil, and nobody should be doing that. Like, what's the point of doing that? Like, it don't do nothing but cause more issues. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure, just knowing how hip-hop's been going recently, whoever did it is probably going to snitch on themselves. Whoever did this probably, I'm not saying this is guaranteed going to happen, but I would not be shocked if a music video comes out at the gravesite and the music video has whatever happened on tape. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure vandalizing a gravesite is illegal. I don't know. I'm not into, I don't know, stuff like that. But I would hope somebody didn't. I would hope somebody isn't either recorded, go live with it, or is going to make a music video of them vandalizing that gravesite. I wouldn't be surprised though, because I'm like, Fulio made a whole song that See You Again or whatever it is. He made a song where he pretty much talking about somebody dead homies while he's at, I think he's at the gravesite, or he's somewhere around them, somewhere around the gravesite, and he just singing and dancing on their grave and on a picture of them. Like, it's crazy. So I wouldn't be shocked if somebody do that. I don't know if that's how they move in Brooklyn drill, but I know in Florida they do stuff like that. I know in Chicago they do stuff like that. From what I'm seeing too, the mom had to go and clean it up. His mom had to go in and clean up the gravesite. Like, that shouldn't even be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people be so caught up in they beef with somebody, like, or whatever's going on. Not even they beef with somebody, but a beef with somebody. Yeah, they be so caught up in the beef with somebody that they don't realize that when you try and take it out on somebody else instead of the person you actually have a beef with, you not only affecting that somebody else, but you affecting their family too. So whoever you beefing with that I guess ran with Pop Smoke or was down with Pop Smoke or whatever like that, you go and vandalize Pop Smoke thing to make them mad. But now you put more work on their mom. You put more stress on their family. Like, his mom, he ain't do nothing to you because he been gone. His mom ain't do nothing to you. His friend did something to it, but instead of doing something to him, you going, like, it's crazy sometimes. It really is. Don't vandalize grave sites. I'm gonna actually look this up if it's illegal. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, throw them in jail. Like, I would never say that, but I just want to know if that's illegal. Which I'm 100% sure, because just the word vandalizing is connected with illegal activity. So I'm pretty sure vandalizing a gravesite is illegal, but do not disturb the dead. Intentional or criminally negligent damaging in any manner of any grave, tomb, or mausoleum erected for the dead, or opening graves or storage sites, removing dead bodies and selling, receiving dead body or any part thereof are all illegal acts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, if somebody's dead, you shouldn't be doing nothing after the funeral. You shouldn't be touching the grave. Like, you could put flowers on the gravesite and all that, but you can't be spray painting the grave, the tombstone. You can't be doing stuff like that. Like, but I could have just inferred that just because vandalism in itself is illegal. So vandalizing a gravesite, which is probably even more illegal. I don't know the times on it. I'm not saying throw that person in jail, but I'm just saying logically you should know you shouldn't be doing that. Legally, you know you shouldn't be doing that. And the person's been dead for almost 2 years. What reason do you have to do that? Like, I'm not gonna say I understand if it happened immediately after he died, because no, you shouldn't be doing that at all. But I'm saying 2 years. What did he do with it from since he passed to now to make you be like, let me go mess up his gravesite? Like, come on, bro. Next, let's talk about tonight. Today is Tuesday, September 14th. September 14th. I can't talk. Tonight, we got it. The clash of the 2000s Giants. You know what I'm saying? The early 2000s Giants. You know what I'm saying? The boy, Don Cartagena. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe. Going one-on-one with the other boy. Or kind of the boy. I ain't got no issue with Ja Rule. It's just, you know, my favorite rapper got issue with Ja Rule. But Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Tonight, who's going to win? Fat Joe or Ja Rule? Now, Fat Joe, bro. Fat Joe got a hit in every decade. You know what I'm saying? Or at least he's been on a hit. Or, like, the 90s. Oh, he got Twins. The Twins remix, that might not be a hit. But let me just go Fat Joe hits. He got a hit. Or he got something in every decade. I'm just saying. 2000, he got Lean Back. 2010, he got all the way up. Like, oh, yeah, he got Make It Rain with Lil Wayne. Was Love. Lean Back, of course, all the way up. I don't remember Sunshine. I'm trying to see which songs I recognize. John Blaze. That's the song. But Fat Joe, you know what I'm saying? Fat Joe's that dude, you know what I'm saying? He not only he got hits himself, he got connections to some of the greatest rappers and the greatest groups of all time. I'm talking Big Pun, Big L, The Lox. Who else? Let me look. Fat Joe features. Fat Joe be with everybody. Anybody from New York that everybody love, Fat Joe probably got something with him. See, he connected DJ Khaled. I think he kind of brought up DJ Khaled a little bit, low key. But here you go. 5 Fat Joe songs we can't forget ahead of the Ja Rule battle. I would like to go to one of these shows. I don't know where this one's at. I'm pretty sure it's in New York too. What's Love, of course. That's the number one. Lean Back, of course. All the Way Up, of course. Twins is the song, bro. That's what the Little Italy line. And in the middle, a little Italy, little did he know that he rid of 2 middlemen who did it New Italy. Oh my gosh. Big pun. Twins, Make It Rain. Oh, with Lil Wayne. That's 5 right there. I don't think, I'm gonna have to look at Ja Rule. I'm looking at Ja Rule's after this. Does Ja Rule don't have a song with Lil Wayne? Ja Rule don't have a song with Lil Wayne. Ja Rule doesn't have a song with a rapper that can do Little Italy rhyme scheme. I don't think Ja Rule doesn't really. Does Ja Rule have a song with a master lyricist? A master lyricist like Big Pun. He has songs dissing master lyricists, but does he have a song with a master lyricist? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. Fat Joe got some sleepers. I ain't gonna lie. And Lean Back is Terror Squad, but that's still Fat Joe. Like, it's Fat Joe's song. I think Remy Ma come in at the end, but he got songs with Ashanti, just like Ja Rule. He got a song with a master lyricist, which I don't think Ja Rule has. He got a song with Lil Wayne, which I don't think Ja Rule has. Like, I don't know. Now let's look at Ja Rule hits, which I know Ja Rule got crazy hits. Ja Rule used to have the radio on Smash for the whole early 2000s. Like, people, of course, like from 99 to maybe 2004, 2003, people would say, because that's around the era Ja Rule was dropping hits. But Ja Rule was not the biggest rapper at that time. That's the crazy thing. Ja Rule was dropping hits. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but in my opinion, and just from record sales, the biggest rapper from that time period was Eminem and Jay-Z. But Ja Rule was like, how can I compare it to today? Okay, the biggest rappers right now would be Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, which has been that way for 10 years. But we need to think of, Ja Rule will probably be the Lil Baby of back then. Where it's like, he's not held to the status of the top MCs in hip hop, but he got the hits like the top MCs. I would say Ja Rule was probably like Lil Baby. I wouldn't say they have similar styles, but I mean as far as Ja Rule would have hits. Ja Rule would sell records, but was Ja Rule the biggest rapper during that time? I don't think he was. You know what I'm saying? And I would say the same about Lil Baby. Lil Baby got buku hits. Lil Baby is one of the top biggest rappers, but he is not Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I would describe it. Let me see what was Ja Rule's highest selling. Ja Rule's biggest selling album was Rule, of course. 2004, November 2004. How much did it sell? Selling 165 first week. Highest first week 2004, Encore. 710,000 records first week. Encore, of course, would be Eminem's weakest album, in my opinion. His weakest album. It got Toy Soldiers. It got dang, what's the name? Mosh. It's got some Sleepers on. It got Just Lose It, but that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Encore was number one, 710,000. That's Eminem. D12, 544,000. That's still Eminem. College Dropout, that's Jay-Z. Hunger for More. Let me see what that is. But I'm just saying. Did I say that's Jay-Z? That's Kanye. I don't know why I said that's Jay-Z. And Ja Rule was one of the biggest rappers, but he was not top 3 biggest rappers. He would come out with the hits. He'd sell a nice amount of records, but he wasn't touching the big guys. And I would say the same would be for Lil Baby today. Let's go to Ja Rule hits. Always on Time. Put It On Me. Holla Holla. The Clapback, which was Eminem 50, both of them. I don't know. Let's see. I Cry. I remember that song. I'm just naming the songs that I remember. He got a song on Fast and the Furious. He got some R. Kelly, of course. Wonderful. Between Me and You. That's when he had the braids that I'm not even going. Nothing. It's Murder. He got hits. Like I'm pretty sure I named more hits than what you call the guy. But I'm not a connoisseur on Fat Joe, and I'm not a connoisseur on Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? But the songs that I know, like, it ain't about knowing the most songs, but it's what songs are most people gonna know. And Ja Rule got them. I ain't gonna lie. But it kind of, let me see. I named 6? Let me see if they got some chart history. Ja Rule. Yeah, let's see. We can look at his chart history. Holla Holla, peaked at number 2. Between Me and You, peaked at number 11. Always On Time, peaked at number 4. Wonderful, peaked at number 2. Down For You, peaked at number 3. Like, he got top 10 hits. He got some. Mesmerized, peaked at number 2. Down Ass Chick, peaked at number 5. Put It On Me, peaked at number 11. Did I already say Put It On Me? No, I said Always On Time. Got that song Thug Love with Bobby Brown, peaked at number 10. So he got some top 10 hits. Am I tripping? I must be tripping. Why is Ja Rule never in the conversation for a lot of top 10 hits? Well, he don't have number 1s, but he do got a lot of top 10 hits. I'm just doing a lot of research. Okay, first let's do Ja Rule, since that's the first thing that pop up on Google. Ja Rule is a wash before it begins statistically. Hot 100 entries and week. Oh, they're comparing 50 Cent and Ja Rule. I don't care about 50 Cent. Not to say it like that, but that's not who I'm thinking about. I just give me a number. What is Ja Rule's biggest hit? Always On Time. I think I said that peaked at number 2, something like that. Let's see. Fat Joe number 1s. Because if Fat Joe got any number 1s, then it's over. Where's the Billboard had one for Ja Rule, but they don't have one for Fat Joe? I'm guessing he don't have no number 1 because ain't nothing pop up. I'm guessing neither one of them have a number 1 hit. How many? Okay. Let's see who has the most hits, which I'm pretty sure is Ja Rule. How many hits does Ja Rule have? 1 hits, 12 top 10 hits, 26 songs. That can't be right. He got I'm Real with Jennifer Lopez, but he does not have a song with a master lyricist like Big Pun. That's what I'm seeing. He do got a song with Jay-Z. He does have a song with Jay-Z. But lyrically, is Jay-Z better than Big Pun? I don't know. I'm not answering that question. Don't make me answer that question. Y'all don't want me to answer that question. He does have a song with Jay-Z, though. That counts. That does count. So it says 1 number 1 hit, which I don't know what song that is. Let's see. 12 top 10 hits, 26 songs in the Hot 100. Now let's look at Fat Joe. See, it's not giving me the same websites. See, Ashanti's chart history. Let's say 12, 1 number 1, 12 top 10 hits, and 26 songs in the top 100. Let's see. See, this ain't giving me. But if we're going by the most hits, Ja Rule could win. But the thing is, we got to look at performance too. The Lox versus Dipset showed you performance is important. I'm about to just wrap this up. Performance is important. We got to also look like what aged the best. You know what I'm saying? You could have all the hits back in the day, but if the hits don't sound like a hit now, because that's what messed up Dipset too. You know what I'm saying? Dipset had the hits that were banging back then, but when they played them now, they were not banging in the arena. Because I think this is going to be an arena too. They were not banging. It wasn't having that same impact in the arena as they would have back then. So Ja Rule could have the more hits, but how was the crowd and how was the audience going to react to those hits when they play in 2021? Fat Joe has more recent hits that may hit a lot harder than Ja Rule's. Because if Fat Joe plays All the Way Up, which came out in 2015, 2016, how is Ja Rule going to reply? Because you can't counter a 2016 hit with a 2003 hit. You know what I'm saying? It's the sound quality is going to be different. The subject matter, the sound, and how what's the word? Recent in the memory of the audience is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like Fat Joe, people all the way up to only 5 years old. If Ja Rule played a 2003 hit, you going back before some people who's going to be listening, some people going to be watching, some people were even born. You're going to play a hit before some people was even born. That ain't going to resonate. But All the Way Up, that's 5 years ago. Most people that's going to watch this were alive, were moving around, or were around 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's going to be the factor. Who performs the best, whose hits are going to age the best. And that's kind of what the Verzuz does the best, is it kind of just shows us what has aged the best. Not what sounds the best and what was the biggest hit, but what has aged the best, who has aged the best too, because it's pretty much a showing of age. If you age the best, then you're going to have the better performance. You're going to have the best vocalization. You're going to have the best sounding song, even no matter what, it's going to last forever. But if your music didn't age the best, and if you didn't age the best, then your old songs and your performance is going to lack. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at this. Is I feel like Fat Joe obviously aged the best. Fat Joe is more in public talks. Fat Joe got his own little show on Revolt. Fat Joe's moving. People have a little more respect, I feel, for Fat Joe than they do Ja Rule. And of course, people have respect for Ja Rule, but with the whole 50 situation and Ja Rule kind of like just doing certain things that kind of make people look at him kind of funny. Like, dang, you was at the top of the world at one point, and now you selling euros on cheap commercials, and you know what I'm saying? It's just a little different how people look at Fat Joe versus how they look at Ja Rule, and I think that's going to affect the Verzuz too. Is how people look at you coming into this. People are going to already have their opinion, their mind made on who you are, and at today, and they're going to kind of judge you off of. They're going to kind of come in already looking at you a certain way. Like, dang, Fat Joe's kind of still popping. Fat Joe got this, he got that going on, and what you doing cheap commercials, and you doing this and you doing that. And that's just a sad reality. Me, I'm not going to care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, okay, who got the best song? You know, which one I remember the most? Which one going, get it popping? But some people going to come into it and be like, okay, I already don't like Ja Rule. If some people don't like Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? That's just something I'm saying. Or I already don't like Fat Joe, so I already have my opinion of him. So you know what I'm saying? It's going to kind of sway the thing. Like, who's the most hit? Like, say no. Let's say Tory Lanez goes up against The Baby. No. let's say Tory Lanez goes up against Lil Durk in a Verzuz for whatever reason. Lil Durk already has the win because people already look at Lil Durk more positively than they look at Tory Lanez because of the situation with Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Tory Lanez may have more hits. He may have more better features with people, which I think they probably have features with the same people. Because I know Tory Lanez got a song with Meek Mill and Durk does too. But Tory Lanez could pull out some of his best songs with some of the biggest artists. But because people already don't like him, it's going to sway how people listen to his music. It's going to sway how people view his music versus Lil Durk, who I wouldn't say everybody's supporting Lil Durk, but Lil Durk is, getting a lot of support right now. So I would say that already falls into that play. And then it seemed like Lil Durk performs every single night. So the performance part is going to be easier for him versus probably Tory Lanez, which I don't know what Tory Lanez is doing. I follow him, but I don't know what he's doing. That's just how I'm looking at it. Who's going to age? Age is going to be kind of the deciding factor to me in this one. Who performs the best? Who music sounds the best today? And who has the most hits? It matters before the fight, but once the fight happens, what happens? You know what I'm saying? It's the same as in boxing. Yeah, you got more wins than me. But when me and you step face to face, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I'm looking at that. But that's all I have to say about this. I'm not going to say who's going to win because, like I say, I can only decide during when it's happening. I want to say just because the hits go, Ja Rule has the edge, but I think people are going to be more in favor of Fat Joe because Fat Joe has more recent hits. Fat Joe is more in the public eye. People kind of see Fat Joe a little bit more than they see Ja Rule. And I think the respect, and then I think Fat Joe might be able to perform a little better than Ja Rule just because he's more in the public eye. He just dropped the album recently, I think, so it's kind of like, or mixtape. So it's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see, though. Before I go, almost forgot I had this on there. So, Freddie Gibbs. Some of you may know him. Some of you may not know him. Me, personally, I don't really listen to Freddie Gibbs like that. I don't have nothing against Freddie Gibbs. I hear about him all the time. My dad listened to him and all stuff like that. But I've never, just taken the time out to listen to Freddie Gibbs. But one of the songs I did like off of Certified Lover Boy, Champagne Poetry. Apparently he made his own version of it, and apparently he's going at Kendrick on there. So we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna see what he's talking about. It's called Vice Lord Poetry. Let's look at the lyric video, see what he's talking about. Just so we can see what he's talking about. You say you smoking on top fives, but you ain't burned up the one. Okay. Do they really call him Big Rabbit? Why? Because I noticed the cover is the Certified Lover Boy cover, except it's all rabbit heads, and now he keeps saying I'm Big Rabbit and I was the Big Rabbit. Like, do people? Why do people call him that? Is that his only shot at Kendrick? Is that they say they smoking top five, but they ain't running up the one? Because now he just saying, now he just throwing bars out. You know what I'm saying? Now he just throwing bars out pretty much. I ain't saying he ain't talking about them, but he just throwing bars out now. Was that a Kanye shot? Because they say Kanye been trying to got the credibility winning just like these rappers do. Niggas change their name, but your history ain't detachable. I might not be a Kanye shot because I don't know. Because Kanye has been trying to change his name to Ye officially instead of Kanye. But that's a shot at somebody. Niggas change their name, but your history ain't detachable. Which pretty much saying like you could change what people call you. You could change legally your name, but who you are is still going to be a part of you, no matter what your name is. Like that's fine. Yeah, it seemed like that's his. That seemed like that was his only little shot at Kendrick, was the you smoke on top 5 but you ain't burned the one. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Who's got Freddie Gibbs and Nathan? Never mind. Never mind. He going harder. I gotta listen to Freddie Gibbs album. No, I don't. No, I don't. He keeps on, I wouldn't say throwing shots at Nas for winning a Grammy. It's Nas. Stop throwing shots at Nas, saying, "Oh, I had the album of the year." Ask Nasir. No, I'm not asking Nas. Nas had the album of the year. Leave him alone. It's Nas. That was nice. It was nice. Kendrick, you can't just have like one little line for Kendrick. You can't do that. You can't do that because Kendrick, you can't do that. Don't do that. I'm not overhyping Kendrick. I'm just saying when Kendrick said I'm smoking on top 5, first of all, this is like Control. Kendrick literally specified who he was talking about. So I wouldn't say this is irritating, but it's pointless. And that goes for Jermaine Cole, Big Crit, Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Y'all, J. Cole, Big Crit, Wale, Pusha T. Which Pusha T is older than everybody on this list, I think. Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electronica, Tyler, Creator, and McMillan. Which, let me see who's like, J. Cole's still up. Wale's still doing this thing. Pusha T still doing it. Meek Mill's still doing this thing. Rocky kind of, he more in the fashion. Drake is Drake. Big Sean doing this thing. Jay Electron just came back. Tyler Creator doing this thing. R.I.P. Mac Miller. He got a fire list. I ain't gonna lie. The people he called out, Big Crit doing his thing. He called out a lot of people that's still relevant or that's still doing their thing now. That's very forward thinking because there were a lot more rappers out than these groups of people. And it's just funny that these group of people that he happened to call out are still relevant. Mac Miller is still relevant. R.I.P. Tyler Creator just dropped one of my favorite albums this year. Jay Electron just finally dropped something. It was, you know what I'm saying? Big Sean dropped Detroit 2. Drake is Drake. A$AP Rocky is doing this thing in the fashion world, but he's still relevant. Meek Mills is Meek Mills. Pusha T is Pusha T. Wale is still keep getting a buzz, still dropping hits. Big Crit dropping fire albums. J. Cole dropping fire albums. Like, he picked a fire list. But anyways, as I was saying, Freddie Gibbs, your name was nowhere on here. Freddie Gibbs, I'm not about to go off on Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs, you are not. When people talk about top 5 rappers right now, you are not in there. You could be. If people are saying skill-wise, you could be. But you're not on Kendrick's level. Kendrick's not talking to you. Nas, nobody was talking to you, Freddie Gibbs. I'm not disrespecting Freddie Gibbs. I'm just saying, when he said, I'm smoking top 5, we know who he talking about. He wasn't even talking about 5 people. He's talking about one person. But he's just saying there's one person in that top 5. I'm killing him, and I'm killing everybody else y'all put in there. For the most part, he talking J. Cole. He talking Drake. Who would be for top 5? Who would be the top 5 rappers right now? Because of course the top 2 would be the legends are taken out of top 5 conversations. Eminem, Jay-Z, Andre 3000, those people they taken out of top 5 conversations. And Kendrick is in the top 5, so is he smoking himself? Anyways, let me see. Top 5 hip hop artists today. I know it's gonna be some bullshit. Top 5 hip hop artists today. Drake is obviously one of them. That's the thing. He says top 5, but 3 of the top 5 is guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? 3 of the top 5 artists are guaranteed. Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. Whoever 4 and 5 is debatable. But I do not think Freddie Gibbs. I don't think nobody puts Freddie Gibbs right there. I put Royce in top 5 hip hop artists before I put who am I talking about? Okay, according to this list, Kendrick, Cole, Juice WRLD, Travis Scott, DaBaby, Drake. I don't know how this list is determined. But for the most part, Kendrick, Cole, Drake, Logic is retired. I don't know what's going on with Logic. But when he talking about top 5, he's saying he killing whoever the top 5 is. And he don't care who is in the list. And I think that's what Kendrick was saying. He don't care who's in the top 5, whether it's J. Cole, Drake, Travis Scott, DaBaby, whatever. I don't know. He was not talking to Freddie Gibbs. This got 560,000 views, which is not bad, Freddie Gibbs. I'm not about to be the numbers guy, but I'm just saying. What's the name of that song? Family Ties. 560,000 views. That is not bad at all. I wish I could get 500. Well, I actually don't wish, but Family Ties, Kendrick. The song you're responding to had 16 million views. Drake's most recent video, Way Too Sexy. I don't care. Whatever. Way Too Sexy. Wherever it's at. I can't even find it. There it is. 24 million views. Let's look up J. Cole. And I know this is kind of like, academics type thing where it's like, you're bringing up numbers and you're doing this and that, but I don't care. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make a point. His last Punching the Clock, 3.3 million views. Applying Pressure, 7.8 million views. Amari, 16 million views. You kind of get what I'm saying? Of course, 500, that was in a couple of days. Kendrick wasn't talking to you. And if you really want to make an impact and make Kendrick want to pay attention to you, one line is not enough. That's all I'm pretty much saying. Kendrick was talking to the people who's doing what he's doing, who's selling out arenas, millions of views on because that's just a feature. 16 million views on that feature. That's a Baby Keem song. It's not talking to you. Baby Keem, what he said. Number 2 is DMM. I'm pretty sure it was talking about Drake. But yeah. He wasn't talking to you. This was nice. This was cool. This was nice. You got some bars in there. You did your thing. It ain't enough. It ain't enough for me to think that Kendrick's gonna reply to you, because so many people who Kendrick was not talking to on Control diss Kendrick, and Kendrick got this and back. He was just like, that's how y'all feel. Okay. Wasn't talking to you. Nice little verse though. I'm not trying to shit on him, but nice verse. Leave Nas alone. And that's all I gotta say about this. It's gonna be kind of long because it's gonna be kind of long, but I'm gonna try and shorten it as much as I can. Now this time for real. That's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet. Deuces.